beautiful Sunday. Today it's very cloudy, but we're having a good break from the rain. So I'm so excited to be able to talk with you today. I wanted to tell you before we even get started to remember that I love you. And I feel like it's been a very long time since I've been able to tell you to your beautiful faces. But I wanted to remind you, and then maybe you can remind each other around you that you are so, so loved. And while I was thinking about how much I love you and I hope that you're surrounded by love, I started thinking that we've had some friends talk to us about how we don't always feel very loved. And I think we should talk about that a little bit more today. And it's a tricky one. And sometimes it feels hard to talk about. So I'm going to talk to you. And I want you to listen with an opened up heart. Okay? So it's okay if you see yourself in some of these scenarios. So we'd like to remind you that you are so loved by us and as part of this community. And not every family is very good at showing these good kinds of love. And sometimes our friends or siblings might not show us these good loves. So sometimes the way that we see love gets skewed. And there's a lot of big words that can be attached to that. It can feel like we are codependent or someone is codependent on us. Like you need each other before you can do anything. Or you might feel manipulated or guilted or shamed or afraid. And none of those things are love. And those things don't have a place inside of love. But I know that sometimes we believe, even if it's just in the back of our brain, because we know that we don't have to be treated badly. But sometimes in that back part of our brain, we believe that we can't be loved unless we do certain things or act certain ways. And know some of us have had some examples and we've shared those with one another. And maybe you have some examples in your mind or in your heart of when you did something or said something that you didn't feel like doing and you felt wrong in your heart, but you did it because you loved the other person. So let's talk a little bit about some of those false versions of love. I have a story today about Paul. We've talked about Paul a little bit. So I have a story about Paul who was writing to a whole community, and they brought cultural values of hierarchy, or they thought that some people were better than other people, or division, that people should be separate from others, or power. Some people need to control others. And that's not who God is. And he wanted to confront them, and he wanted to confront them with love. So let's take a look at what real love is so that we don't bring those false versions and that we can recognize when someone else is bringing them to us. Love is. Paul's friends in Corinth had lots of good ideas, but sometimes they forgot what was most important. Love. Paul wanted to help them remember. Paul said, if I use words that everyone understands, but don't have love, I'm just clanging a bell or booming a drum, making noise. If I teach people about God, know what will happen tomorrow, know everything that there is to know, I can figure out the mysteries of the world, but I don't know about love, none of the other things I know matters. If I sell everything I have and give the money to the poor, but don't have love, I have nothing. Nothing at all. Love is easygoing and kind. It never wants what it can't have. It doesn't brag. It's not rude. It's not selfish. It doesn't get angry, and it always forgives. Love is happy with the truth. Love always protects, trusts, and hopes. Love doesn't give up. It never fails. All of the things we know and all of the things we have will go away someday. But God's love will never go away. Every day we grow older, we learn more and more. Today we only know a tiny bit about God's love, but someday we'll know all there is to know about it. So Paul ended his letter by telling the people in Corinth that love is the most important thing they have. Paul said, "Until the time you know everything about God's love, you have 3 things to remember: faith, hope, and love. The most important of these things is love." Here's straight from the Bible. I'm reading from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Some of those are some big words, and some of those are some kind of complicated words. So let's give a little bit of thought to them. Okay? Love is patient. Love is kind. We talk a lot about love and patience and kindness. In fact, for those of us who aren't in my classroom, our big classroom rule is be kind. It's our number 1 rule and our number 1 goal. It does not envy and it does not boast. So it does not show jealousy. It lets you be happy for others who have good things, even if the things that they have, you also want yourself. And it doesn't make fun of people for not having the things that you have. It doesn't hurt people. It doesn't exist just to make you feel better. It doesn't get angry easily. Remember, it says easily, because sometimes even when we love someone, we can feel pretty frustrated by them. But it doesn't hold on to all of those bad feelings. It doesn't be happy. You don't feel happy when someone else gets hurt. If you love them, you want the best for them. Always. You will always believe in them, just like someone who loves you will always believe in you forever. So we've all heard this phrase then, God is love, right? We've heard that a lot. So now that we've heard about all the different good things about love and what love doesn't include, I wonder what it means that God is love. Let's think about some of those words together. And if you have parents around, this is a good time that we can talk about these questions together. I wonder what it means that God is love. God is patient. God is kind. God wants to lift you up. I wonder what it looks like to have a church that loves everyone. Everyone. I know we at MCM United, I have never ever heard of someone being counted out or told that they can't be part of us, right? Everyone is welcome. Absolutely everyone. Even if you believe different things, like when we have Wednesday dinners and we invite the whole community to join us and join us in love, it does not matter if they have a different background, right? Right. Always, always welcome. You can believe different things, and we just want to share our love with you. So if we want to share our love and show them what love means, it can't just be for us. It has to be for them too. So if we love everyone, we are showing God's love too. But is that always easy to do? Is it always easy to love people the way that God says we should? To not get mad, or to be patient, or to think about them first? I wonder, do you think it might be hard to love people that we don't like as much or that we don't get along with? It can be pretty tricky, can't it? Yeah, I know. I wonder if there are things we could do to show others that we love them with our words and with our actions. How might you show someone that you love them? What words might you say? Let's think about that. You could say, I love you. Absolutely. You could say, thank you for helping me. Those are different words. But being thankful is a big part of showing that you know that they care about you. I wonder, how do we show love to others through what we think? No one else is inside of our heads but us and God. So God knows some of the things that we think about, and He's with us. He knows that we have work to do and that we think some strange things sometimes. But if we practice, we could even start doing better in our minds, which helps our actions do better. So if we get mad at something, if we just sit in our heads and we're mad at someone, we're mad all day, are we going to be very nice to them later? Probably not. We're probably going to be grumpy. But if we're thinking in our minds, things happen, or something was an accident, or that was my fault too. If we think about it with kindness and with love, it's easier for us to feel better about that hurt, and it's easier for us to feel and share and show love. So, let's think about some times when we feel like we are loved. How do you know? I know that I am being loved when I visit my grandma and she piles food up on my plate, and I'm like, this is more food than I ate in a week. That's how she shows that she loves me. I can show my family that I love them by washing their clothes, and I fold them and I put them away neatly so that they know where they are. That's one way I can show that I love them. I want to help take care of them and do things that they need. What about you? In what ways do you show that you love someone? Are you a good helper? Are you good at helping with homework or cleaning up your sibling's room? Are you a good friend? Someone that others can talk to? These are all ways to show love, right? Yes. So let's play a game. Call it, Is It Love? So I'm going to tell you a scenario, and you guess, is it love or not? Ready? Let's get started. Is this love? Every night at bedtime, Carl's dad cuddles him in a chair, reads him a story, prays with him, and kisses him goodnight. Is that love? Yes! Whew, that was a pretty easy one, I think. Let's try another one. Is this love? Keegan is best friends with Kale. They both love to sing. When Keegan got a solo in the spring concert at school, Kale felt jealous and stopped talking to Keegan. Is that love? No. Is this love? A 10-year-old girl named Lily just got really sick and had to go to the hospital. Her class at school made cards to send to her and planned a visit to cheer her up. Is it love? Yes! Is this love? When Jacob comes home from school, he's very nervous. He doesn't know if he's going to be yelled at today or not. He tries to do everything right. He cleans up his room, walks and feeds the dog. He helps at the table. Sometimes he gets a thank you and a hug, and sometimes he doesn't. It makes him feel as if he isn't good enough. Is it love? No. No. All right, let's try another one. When Maddie and Isabel play together, they take turns choosing what games they play. When Maddie felt like Isabel was being unfair, Isabel listened to her and apologized. Is it love? Yes! All right, let's think of one last one. A new girl comes to school in the middle of the year. She is a new friend from another country. She dresses differently, speaks differently, and she looks a little different. The kids don't quite know what to think because they've never seen someone from her culture before. So they ask her about her country and why she moved here. They invite her to sit by them at the table, ask her questions, and share their own stories. After a while, everyone is friends. Is that love? Yes, absolutely. So now that you have thought about yours and you have heard of different scenarios, I want you to picture in your brain what love is. Can you have like a snapshot with your camera? Whoa. I am going to put down below a link to a story. And it is all about one of my favorite ways that my family shows love, food. And attached with it will be a really fun craft. So I will leave the links to both of them down below. The craft one is not uploaded yet, but I will put it down below when it is all done. But the story is ready to see and listen to. And I think that's all I have for y'all today. Again, I miss you so much. I love you so much. Bye-bye.